Well, I don't see the French and I don't see the overhill Cherokees coming upon this fort, so I think we're safe for now. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm at the Fort Loudoun State Historic Park. I'm at the fort at Fort Loudoun. This fort was constructed back in 1756 to watch out for the French as they were coming into this area, and the overhill Cherokee nation, which had a homestead up the Little Tennessee River a little ways. So come with me as we do this tour of this fort. Here's some of the muskets. These are the quarters that the military stayed in when they were in this area. So here they have bunk beds and a fireplace and bunk beds on this side. Although I'm sure they probably had more bunk beds in these than just these 8. These buildings right here were the officers' quarters of the fort. And we'll walk right up here and check this one out. A little smaller. This is one of 2 of the main gates for this fort. And just outside the door is a watchman cabin, or a watchman room, where they would stick their muskets out that little hole right there and shoot at anyone that was coming near the fort. Also around the fort you'll see other rifle holes where they would also use to ford off intruders. According to this sign, Charlestown is 450 miles away. And this fireplace, this chimney here, is in error of what this was once like. Usually clay mud, because it stuck well together. And it looks like this room is still under construction, but here are some more of the beds that the British soldiers used and slept on. And this right here is a blacksmith shop. Of course, every old town had one. And there's a bed back there. And the vise. Let me see if I can get a better picture of that vise. Yeah, look at that. It stuck up the fire. There's also a grinding stone right over there. It's usually hand crank. This right here was to make horseshoes, bend the metal. So is that piece right there for nails or door hinges, things like that. And right back there is another vise. And right up here is one of the other watch stations this fort had. It had one on every corner, generally. Usually had cannons with portholes for those on either end of the fort. And in this case, overlooking the Little Tennessee River. The fort also had these platforms, again with these rifle holes for muskets when they would stand watch or to come up to fight in case of an attack. This building beside the blacksmith shop looks like maybe the blacksmith's quarters. There's another grinding wheel. This device, some homemade work tables, and it's like a bowl. And these are what some of the nails would look like that the blacksmith guy would make. This looks like a supply room. There's barrels. It says flour on those. Candles. There's a couple tables in here. Over here's salt and coffee and beef. More bunks. There's foot lockers here and there. Another fireplace. And another one right over here. And more beds. These door handles are also something that that the blacksmith would have made. And you'll see a lot of these in the Smokies too. I've seen these on some of the cabins over there, how these little mechanisms work. I think it's kind of neat. This right here is another source of defense for the gates. They put these in front of the gates to try to keep the French out. And here's another view of the gate looking into the fort. Got another little watchman cabin there, and another thing there. And right around here, because you can't build a moat around a fort on a bank, the fort's first line of defense were these thorn bushes. And to give you an idea, let me see if I can do this. Ow! You can see that right there is thorn, and all these bushes right here are just covered in thorns. That's the locust hedge, and here is some more information on that. And you can see that they've got these thorn hedges all the way around the outside of the fort. This is the outside looking back toward the wall. The Overhill Cherokee capital at the time was just upstream here. This is up the Little Tennessee River, and it was actually right across from where Abrams Creek comes out into Chilhowie Lake, and that area is where the main village was for the Cherokee Overhill Indians of this time. And this is a representation of what was Tuskegee. Let's go in here. And here's where the Cherokee would have a fire and the Cherokee beds over there. This up here was to dry their clothing or hang their foods. And there we go. And this little post right here, you can see it, but they've got some hide on there now, curing it or drying it out. This bamboo roof, it grew all along the Little Tennessee River. And in fact, there's some growing right outside the door, and I'll show you that. So let's go check that out. And that's what that looked like. All right, so there you've seen Fort Loudoun State Historic Site and the home of Fort Loudoun, built in 1756, a little bit before my time. Just know this too, that the Cherokees were not enemies of the British. In fact, they often traded furs, food here at this very fort. So they were friends. The fort was built mainly to fend off the French. Now, I always thought this was cool as a kid, but all of these posts running down through here, they're all leaning outward instead of straight up. But we're back, and that also is a form of defense. One other fun fact about this, I paddleboarded the Little Tennessee River about 4 years ago. Started in Graham County, North Carolina, up at Chilwell Dam, and paddled right by here on my way to Lenore City. And I put a video of that right up here. Hello, hope y'all enjoyed seeing the fort as much as I have. I'm gonna put in the description below some more information about the fort. If you found my information fun or useful, by all means, click that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment below and tell me what you think of this. And I'll talk to y'all later.